Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collinwood for YouTube, and I'm back with another video for you today. I'm also doing another video tonight with Patrick McRae. Shout out to him. This video, however, is about Victoria Winters, the ultimate final girl. Today is Alexander Moltke Owls' birthday, and it wouldn't be right to just let it pass by without discussing this very subject. Look, you can have your Laurie Strodes, your Nancy Thompsons, your Sidney Prescotts, but none of them, and I do mean none of them, literally may be nowhere without the great Victoria Winters. To me, Victoria Winters basically was the literal foundation and somewhat stepping stone of from which every final girl has been built upon. Not just beauty, vulnerable, innocence, and mature. Those four compounds. And yes, it's those four compounds that make Victoria Winters. Not just that, but Alexandra Isles' presence and her facial features that would sell, and you would see this in actresses later on, like Jamie Lee Curtis, Neve Campbell, obviously, and obviously Heather Langenkamp. When I say Victoria Winters was the foundation, let's look at this girl. Here's a girl who has no real identity. Yes, her first name is Victoria, but her last name, Winters, is taken from the season she was dumped off on. I mean, literally, she was left on the doorstep of an orphanage in the middle of winter. Thus, Victoria Winters. Yes, 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 you can say, well, it's just Jane Eyre. Yeah. Jane Eyre wasn't this interesting, okay? Look, Victoria Winters, there's a reason Dark Shadows again and again and again has tried to use the Victoria Winters and Barnabas Collins format over and over again. And you can look at Alexander Isles' character and go, that character was interesting. That character stood up not just with the people around her. Sure, people are going to say, well, she said, I just don't understand. She didn't always say that. Hell, a lot of characters said that on Dark Shadows. When you look at her character, she stood up to Elizabeth. She stood up to Roger. She stood up to Burke Devlin. And yes, she stood up to a phoenix, a literal supernatural presence here. This woman was not afraid to go toe-to-toe with the supernatural. Victoria Winters brings an all-time presence to Dark Shadows, especially Alexandra Moltke Isles' character. I'll always feel this character never gets its appreciation or just due diligence. But if someone were to ask me, Resident of Collinwood, who's your ultimate final girl? It ain't Strode. It ain't Lane. It ain't Nancy. It ain't Sidney Prescott. And it ain't anybody other than Victoria Winters. And no, that's not me just being a Dark Shadows fan and being biased. When you watch this character goes through so much hell. And to still stay, yes, she threatens to leave, but deep down we know she doesn't mean it. When I hear Victoria Winters say, I want to leave, yet she's sort of walking around, sort of putting it out there as a veiled threat. It is a veiled threat. It's not real. To me, if you pay attention closely enough, Alexandra Moltke Isles' character is testing the other characters to see just how much they really do want her there and don't want her there. I do wish the writers would, yes, the writers dumbed her down a bit. But Alexandra Isles Moltke Isles there was nothing dumb about that girl and the way she played that character. She didn't try to play that character as dumbed down, in my opinion. Again, here's this woman who's being brought to this house to tutor David. But right away, she's not afraid to ask the tough questions, not afraid to keep poking and prodding. even at the point of getting yelled at, even at the point of feeling fear for her life, she stays. Even after seeing a ghost, even after knowing that Dr. Peter Guthrie was killed by the Phoenix, this girl stays and fights, not just for herself, but for David and that family. Before Barnabas Collins, you best believe there was Victoria Winters. The ultimate of ultimate, the best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever goddamn will be of Final Girls. And no, she didn't need some lame duck ass t shirt to prove it. I'm Resident of Collinwood. You guys have a great day.